Whoop whoop, what is good, y'all? Cali Green 2 Fresh here, holding it down, Carnival Spirits. We be those ninjas in action, and this is Interview with the Juggalo. On the phone, I got my very good homie, Carnival Spirits representative, PANIK17. What's up, man?
Not much, chilling. Got the rest of the day off. Had to work a little bit this morning. But other than that, just chilling out.
That's what's up, man. Thank you for taking the time to do this. I know you're very busy and all.
Thanks for trying to make me look good, but actually, I don't got shit going on, dude.
I know, I was just trying to hype you up.
It's all good. Keep it real.
But, so, for those of you who don't know PANIK17, he's been part of Carnival Spirits for many years now. When did you actually, I can't remember, it's been so long.
Right. I want to say I started videos in 2011, early 2011, and the reason was, well, my very first video I did was basically talking about how I was going to hatch the tags, and then I had made a few other videos, and TJ came across them, and he hit me up about joining Carnival Spirits. So I want to say I joined the channel around May or June or somewhere around there. I'm pretty sure there's a timestamp on videos, but I would think around there.
Well, that's what's up. I remember you joined, I think I was like on a tiny hiatus or something. I think if I remember correctly, when you joined, I had just moved states or something. And I remember when we were doing, what was it, the Mighty Death Pop cast or whatever. I remember joining in one day and you were there, and that was the first time I interacted with you.
Yeah.
So, man, Mighty Death Pop cast, that's been eras ago now, almost.
No.
We're
still needs to get finished too, so.
Yeah. So, when exactly did you first get into ICP and the wicked shit?
I have trouble breaking it down because it's been so many years and, you know, weed smoke and late nights, but I know it was definitely after the Amazing Jackal Brothers, but I want to say like 2000 because Bizarre was out. And I want to say it was like maybe freshly out, maybe a month, maybe less than a month. And my homie had it. But so that's whenever I very first listened to it. But I have, like I said, I have trouble. I want to say that I heard Bizarre first with, I'm not sure which one, but the Take Me Away.
Okay.
The one with Take Me Away. So I heard that. And we went through it and listened to it, and I'm like, oh shit. And then we listened to the Amazing Jackal Brothers after. And I'm like, okay. So I went home, and we had like, who knows, WinMix, Winamp, fucking whatever downloading site that was popular at the time. I can't even think of the other ones.
The one I used around then was Kazaa. Yeah,
okay, I had Kazaa. And then there was WinMix, and yeah, there's too many to go back.
LimeWire, fucking
LimeWire,
Napster. There was BearShare. I mean, there was a grip.
I never really did the Napster one. I think Metallica already fucked it up by then, but then the other ones started popping up. So
that's actually right around the time that Napster got hit. That was in 2000 when that whole fiasco went down.
Yeah, that's when it started.
That shit was huge at the time. You know what I mean? That was the first time that music had become available in that manner for free, you know? Illegal downloading was new and fresh.
Yeah. That's back when you got your music information through MTV.
Right. Through MTV and like Circus Magazine and shit like that.
Much Music. I think that was a channel.
Right, there was a VH1 was big at the time with all the behind the music and all that stuff.
See, it's weird because now VH1 is like that's just a regular channel. You know what I'm saying? Like on a cable. That's a cable channel now. Back in the day, it's like, whoa, you have VH1? Holy shit, you got money. Like, you got those high channels.
See, I remember in like 2000, we had satellite, and MTV had this badass channel called MTVX. And what it was 24 hours of music videos, and it was all like rock and metal.
Oh shit, yeah.
So that's where I got my, like, a lot of my music knowledge from, is watching MTVX, because, you know, they would have like the new shit in there mixed with old school. So like one minute I'm watching like Ozzy, the next minute I'm watching, you know, like fucking Pantera into like Cold Chamber.
Right.
You know, it was just a really fucking badass channel. They only had commercials for MTVX. That was the only commercials that showed on MTVX.
That's crazy. See, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
By the time I had satellite, I want to say it was like 2003 or 2004, and Fuse was the channel that I would watch. And I came across this program called Uranium.
I remember Uranium.
I don't know if you...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I watched Uranium with Julia. She was badass, you know what I mean? She was like a metalhead, gothic, whatever.
I remember the fucking, yeah, their metalhead chick that was the host.
Yeah, so that's where I would get like some of my music from, would be that.
Well, hell yeah. When was the first time you actually saw like a clown show?
Unfortunately, I never really went back in the day. I wish I would have, but it wasn't until 2011. In May, I want to say 23rd. But basically it was Hatchet Attacks. That was my first ICT show.
Oh shit. So like your first video on YouTube was about your first show, like before you were gonna go.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope. That's dope as fuck. Who was at Hatchet Attacks that year?
Everybody. Oh, you know what? Everybody except Boondocks. For whatever reason, he didn't show up. But that was, I want to say that was the last time that ICP and Twisted ever performed on the same show. I could be wrong, but I just remember not too long after that, Twisted had said that they were parting ways from Psychopathic.
If I'm not mistaken, they parted ways in 2012, like at the very end of 2012.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was around the time of like that whole like fucking, you know, end of the world fucking shit.
Oh, okay.
It was like,
all I remember
it was either right before or right after that whole like end of the world thing was supposed to happen. And I remember distinctively because thinking like, holy shit, Twisted left a hatchet. It really is the end of the world. But that is definitely like, you know, probably one of the last big events that at least that they did with Psychopathic, you know, before leaving. The other one would have to be the next gathering for sure. The 2012 gathering. I'm pretty sure they left Psychopathic at the end of 2012. I'm gonna have to like look that shit up now after this interview. Thanks, Panic.
It's so weird, dude. Like, that was a long time ago now.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. Like, think about it. Like, Twisted's already been gone for 5 years.
Yep.
5 fucking years. Like, that's insane. It's insane to think it's been that long already.
It has.
So how do you feel about the whole Juggalo divide split? How do you feel about MNE and Twisted right now?
At the moment, none of that bothers me, because I feel like, okay, they've done what they did, you know, they didn't go, and I have time to process it, whatever. They don't give a fuck. They've got mad about it, they've raised their voice about it, and I've just had time to consume it, and I'm like, okay. But there's also the point where so many people have almost waited to jump their ass at every moment that I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck no more. There's enough people out there that are going to hate on them for me. I don't have to be another one. Now, am I saying that they don't get on my nerves every now and then? Yeah. When they throw their little comments towards ICP, it's almost like, well, say something, Paul. If you got something to fucking say, don't be that punk that's like, fuck you, man. Like, under your breath, come out and say it. And if you're contracted, if you're under a contract where you can't say it, find a way to let us know. Look, I can't say it because whatever psychopathic got me under contract where I can't reveal nothing. But as of right now, I'm just like, whatever, man. There's been enough going on where I'm just like, kind of over it at this point.
So do you still support Twisted and their label?
I hope they do good. But can I say that I've actually bought something and financially supported? You know what? Yes, I have. Now that I think about it, I bought one thing, and that was the Casket Factory, and that's the only thing that I've purchased from MME.
Which, if there was only one thing for me to have ever purchased, that would definitely be at the top of the list. Pretty much anything Blaze puts out.
Yeah.
I'm a Blaze kind of guy, you know, so like Casket Factory was fresh. I mean, I fucking love that album.
And you know what? I'm actually lying now that I think about it. I went to the Welcome to the Underground tour and I did the whole VIP thing.
Oh, see, there you go.
Talked to Blaze. Yeah. So yeah, I did that. Talked to Blaze. He was fucking cool. To the point where I had to like walk away. You know, I got other people online, man. Like, I would like to talk to you, but I know there's other people waiting to do that same shit.
That's fucking dope.
Took one of the Cryptic collection, I think it was the very first one, to get it signed by Twisted. And they're, oh shit, old school, huh? They're like, hell yeah. They didn't dog it. They didn't, you know, they signed it, talked to me like we've been homies forever, and then whatever did our thing, went outside and waited for the show. But besides those two little things, I haven't really bought anything from MNE.
So you recently, well, within the last few years, you had gone to the Gathering of the Juggalos. What year was that you went?
It was 2016, but it was Gathering 17.
How the fuck was that?
It's everything that people explain it to me. But there was just like a little small thing to where the people that I was with were getting a little bugged by having all the ninjas coming over, you know, all the YouTube ninjas. And I'm like, all right, whatever. We'll back off for the rest of the gathering. But besides that little incident, I didn't even let it bug me. I was like, whatever, we're fucking chilling. We're smoking. We're watching wrestling shows. We're watching comedians. Saw Rudy pass by a couple of times. Saw KG pass by a couple of times. Met Kung Fu Vampire on the way to go see Isham. He was pretty cool. Seeing Shaggy pass by when I think they were on their way to do Lotus, or he was getting ready for Lotus or something like that. It definitely tires you out, man. I didn't go to sleep till like 5 in the morning every night that I was there.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the last time that Twisted had done anything with Psychopathic?
Yeah, that was the year that they did the last Lotus and then everything started coming out.
Didn't they do Wizards of the Hood that year as well?
Yeah, they did Wizard of the Hood. See, this is the thing with Wizard of the Hood. If you didn't go, there's no way that you could know. But the thing with Wizard of the Hood, and me and TJ have talked about it, me and CPN have talked about it, it was being recorded. There was professional grade cameras on top of a platform, and it was being recorded. So I'm wondering, where's that fucking footage? Is it coming out? Because of the whole thing with Twisted, is it not coming out now? Because it's been 2 years. Well, in the summer, it'll be 2 years.
That fucking sucks, because like thinking about it, you know this situation with Twisted is most likely the reason that footage has not surfaced. If you remember, they were talking about they were doing like 3 fucking documentaries or some shit around that time. I want to say at that gathering they had announced that there was like 3 fucking different video projects in the works.
that's one of the times that I seen, well, me and TJ had seen Rudy. They were like filming him for something.
That's dope. Did you actually get to talk to Rudy at all?
No, the couple of times that we seen him, he had like a camera in his face, so I didn't really, it was kind of hard to be like, hey.
Yeah, Rudy's the shit, for real.
I'm the type that if there's like a certain situation where I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to go out of my way just to fuck him. I'm like, I'm good. I see him, it's cool, whatever. If I can talk to him, I'll talk to him, but I won't go too far out of my way just to say what up.
Yeah, I feel it. I tend to be that way as well, depending on situations. I remember the year I went to the gathering, this was 2009, Rudy was actually our ride into the gathering. We were hitchhiking, he picked us up, and long story short, I kept seeing him all throughout the gathering, passing by on fucking golf carts, and it'd be like a quick whoop whoop.
Oh, yeah.
So, I feel it. I didn't really try to go out of my way after, he helped me enough, basically.
Yeah, y'all had a little conversation on the way over there.
Yeah, it was cool too because, he had little Rudy in the car,
Oh shit, he must have been small, huh?
He had to have been like a teenager.
That's crazy.
But yeah, and then I can't remember who the fuck was driving. One of the wrestlers was driving though. I can't remember who. But, it was a fresh experience and, it seems like experiences like that tend to happen within like our world, within the Juggalo world. Everybody's got a fresh little story.
Yeah, especially at the gathering.
Oh yeah, for sure. So was that your first time meeting, that was your first time meeting, the almighty Beastmaster, if I'm not correct, right?
Yeah, seen Beastmaster and CPN, DC Fatal guy. Let me think who else. As far as YouTube ninjas, I think that was it. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
Even if you are, it's just fresh. You know what I mean? It's fresh. All these people that I've been interacting with for years to finally meet them in person.
Yeah, man, it was dope. The only thing that was weird about it was that you don't know stature and you don't know, how they look. You know how they look, but not how they present themselves. So when CPN tells you, I'm a big dude, you don't realize it, but he's a big dude. And not weight, but height. And dude, so is TJ. He's tall. They're tall, and that's what I freaked out on. I was like, whoa, I didn't think they would be that tall. I felt short, I'm not used to feeling short.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Looking back on that gathering, what would you say are, some memories that stick out?
For some reason, and I don't know why, a memory that always sticks out is where I had left TJ watching Jim Norton, I believe it is, the comic, and I had went to go watch JCW, and I showed up, and I picked this little part on a hill. I'm sitting next to some ninja I don't know. Is it cool if I sit here? Yeah, whatever. All right, cool. So I'm sitting there with my backpack. I got my little snacks, my water, maybe some smoke, a joint or whatever. And I'm like, man, this is fresh. Just sitting on the side of some hill by myself, just watching JCW. But there's other, meeting them, walking around to the next fucking show, meeting ninjas that, hey, we see CarnivalSpirits. Matter of fact, there's a video that we catch where, and we missed it, the whole crowd was singing lyrics to Willy Bubba, and we had caught the end of it. And then towards the end of that video, some ninja walks up to us. He's like, hey, what's up? I like CarnivalSpirits. And he's like, oh, this is your first one. And I'm like, yeah. Things like that. Just the whole experience in itself is a memory. It's hard to pick one.
I feel
everything that they say it is what it is. But I also understand not being able to get there. but if you can, you gotta get there because it's almost inexplainable.
Yeah, I went one time, and you know, just looking back on it puts a huge smile on my face. I mean, there really is too much shit going on to fully like fathom even, you know. I remember trying to stay up so I could see Guar at fucking 4 a.m. Next thing I know, it's 6 a.m. You know, fucking passed out cold from all the excitement. You know?
Damn.
Yeah.
See, that's one thing that I guess works in my favor, but it can also work against me is no matter how early I get up, whenever that clock strikes midnight, I'm wide awake. And if you gotta be at work early in the morning, that sucks. But if like you're in that setting, it's good.
Yeah.
But every night, by 5, 6 in the morning, I'm like a Mortal Kombat character about to get finished, dude. I'm fucking rocking back and forth. And I tried to stay up to finish Isham. I think he went 2 hours.
Oh,
I couldn't, dude.
shit.
Yeah, he went on like at 4, and I heard that he quit when the sun started to rise.
That's fucking hella dope.
And I couldn't fucking hang, dude. I couldn't do it.
You know, shit happens.
Yeah,
There's
but I've
just-
seen most of it.
There's just so much freshness going on. I mean, I remember seeing Isham, you know, 09, and dude, I was just fucking blown away. Like, his set was so fresh.
Was that the gathering you went to, or you just went to a Isham show?
Oh no, that was the gathering I went to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who was some of the acts on that one?
Let's
Like
see.
besides Psychopathic?
We had Isham, we had Head PE, Dirtball before he was part of Cottonmouth Kings. Of course, you know, Tech 9, Ice Cube, Vanilla Ice.
Oh shit, okay.
I'm trying to remember who else. I mean, it was super fucking dope. Mushroom Head.
See, that's one I missed.
Yeah, like it was dope. It was dope as fuck, for real. That was Head PE's first gathering, and they performed underneath a tent, and like, I swear that tent almost fucking went down to the ground. There was people literally like swinging off the cables, like literally swinging on the fucking cables and dropping onto the crowd.
I honestly can't say I've really been a fan of them. Like, I've seen them at the gathering, I'm like, they're alright.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, there's so much freshness. I can't even, I need to pull out my fucking book just to remember it all.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, dude, okay, so they had, in between, they had secret people come up. And they had, what's his name? Not the one who sings, but they had regulators come up. I forgot that fool's name. Not the one who passed away, but the other one. Fuck, I don't know. Anyways, they had the dude that came that sang regulators. And then they had Loonies do 5 on it.
Oh, okay.
Saw them. They had that. God damn, what the fuck was his name? He did that one. He was like, "Fuck you, bitch." I didn't think it was gonna go over. It was like an R&B, like a slow jam, kind of mainstream dude, and it fucking went over. People knew the lyrics, and I'm like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
That was also the year that they, you know, announced Blase Rose, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah, I was there for that.
She didn't even perform. You know, it was like an announcement or something, and then that was it.
Yeah, they all lined up and showed a video, and there was quite a few people there. They were like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, it didn't really go over.
Well, I mean, think about it though, like, how are you gonna have someone who's never performed in front of an audience have their first show be the gathering?
Yeah,
Like, that's
true.
That's something that I don't think a lot of people think about when it comes to that situation. But at the same time, she should have went out there and fucking rocked that song. You know what I mean? Or she should have went out there, rocked a song, they fucking cut into the new music video, or they played the music video, then have her do a song. Something, you know, like one fucking song. Come on now.
Yeah. I can't remember if she was on stage or not. I'm really not too sure. But just like, to sum it up, one of the biggest musical highlights for me was fucking Green Jelly. and the puppets, dude, that was the shit. Like, if you were there, you knew what the fuck. I'm not surprised that they keep showing up on ICP shows, because there's just something about that motherfucker. It's just a fun fucking time. I don't know if every punk show's like that. I'm gonna guess that it's not. But that dude knows how to put on a fucking show.
No, the Green Jelly, like, I remember them from when they were originally called Green Jello, and they got in trouble for the name Green Jello and had to change it to Jelly. But when I was a kid, their cassette was one of the first, you know, pieces of music that I ever owned. I had a cassette from them. I had like a Guns N' Roses one, Kiss Alive. But yeah, that was one of the very first. I had a Ren and Stimpy one, you know, like, and then I had...
Oh shit, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and I had Green Jelly, you know, and it was, I bumped that shit all the time, you know, being a little kid and someone doing like a punk kind of metal-ish version of Three Little Pigs, you know. It was the shit at the time.
Yeah, that video was tripped out too.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen any of their other music videos, but my mom had a VHS of Green Jelly back in the day, and it was all like music videos, and it was to like most of the songs that they had out, and it was fucking mad fresh. There's one, they have a song called like Shit Man, and in the video there's like a dude running around in a big like fucking turd costume. Like, it was just, and then they had one for the cow god, and they had this cow with like these crazy looking eyes and shit, and I mean, their videos were just crazy out there. You know, they're really artistic. They actually, in West Hollywood, I believe they owned like a theater for a minute there. Yeah, like a play type theater, you know?
Right.
Because I mean, they're artsy motherfuckers. But
were they all kind of like claymation videos or not really?
Like claymation and costumes.
Oh, okay. They kind of remind me of Tool, like their videos.
You know,
like
it's got like a silly twist on the Tool vibe.
Right. Tool's more creepy with their videos.
Yeah, like they got that creepy vibe, like, whereas Green Jelly, it's more comedy oriented.
Right.
So as far as Psychopathic Records go, how do you feel about the roster right now?
I think we gotta hear more. There's stuff that I've heard from LYTE, and I'm like, okay. But with that last video that he came out with, I'm like, fuck, that's a step back. And I guess it was on Monstar, and I just didn't hear it or whatever. But I'm like, fuck. That's another thing that people been saying. They're all, man, I'm tired of this fucking peaceful, friendly shit. And I'm like, kind of got annoyed. I'm like, okay, you're fucking hardcore, you're dark, you're so fucking edgy. But then I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm getting tired of the happy, friendly shit too now. So that one wasn't that great. But honestly, I know you're a big fan of Winky. And there was a couple of songs that I heard, and I'm like, oh man, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. But the shit that he did on the Cypher and just other stuff that I've been hearing from him, I want to hear more. I think we need to hear more from them. And I know they're probably working or doing something, but it's like, we need more. You know, we need to get more familiar with these guys that he just signed.
I feel you on LYTE. That was one of the songs that I didn't like that he's put out. And for me, LYTE has been hit or miss. You know, he's definitely got the flow, but I'm just not feeling all of the material. You know, I dig his style for sure, but, you know, I gotta hear more.
Yeah, and it's not, I know some people's complaints are, oh, I don't like Choppers. I like Choppers, you know, I like Twisted Insane. I barely got into King ISO, that motherfucker's pretty good. So it's not the spitting or the rapid fire shit. It's some of the songs that he came out, the way they were set up. Like I said, that last one had a weird fucking feel to it.
Yeah.
And it was more. It was the chorus. It was the chorus that kind of made it sound weird.
Now on the flip side though, the day after they dropped that video, Shaggy dropped a new video.
Yep.
And that shit was mad fresh.
Yeah, dude, that video was fucking dope. I was surprised. Like, I thought we were gonna get one video and then that was it. And luckily, we got two.
Right? I think that's the thing is like, no one was expecting it.
Yeah. Very different videos. You got the first one where he's walking down the street, you know, whatever, he's bitch slapping kids and adults and bitch slapping everybody. And he's, you know, he's dancing and pop locking and shit. And this one, he's just straight up with a knife and there's bitches and they're cut up and it's an abandoned house. And he got that twist at the end. I don't know if it's still too early where we can't, whatever, you know, watch the video. But if you've seen the video, there's that little twist and that was pretty dope.
So we have the Fearless Fred Fury coming out this year.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Fearless Fred Fury? You know, they dropped him at Hallowicked, and you know, it's right around the fucking corner. So how you?
I want to hear them get pissed off.
Right?
Whenever I think of Fearless Fred Fury and Flip the Rat, I mean, I don't want to make assumptions. Well, I guess that's what we're here for, but I want to say Flip the Rat is like Young Wicked. You know, fools that can't be trusted. But I want to hear them get mad. I want to hear some dark shit. I want to hear some shit talking. I want to hear something good. We did the sound. We did the nice shit. There was even some nice shit on Mighty Death Pop. Let's make this one a dark fucking album. I don't see how you can get nice, happy, friendly shit out of Fearless Fred Fury. And if there was, I mean, I hope you make it work.
You see, that's the thing.
And
everyone is anticipating this to be a dark fucking album.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
hopefully it lives up to all the hype, because there's a lot of hype around this particular album. I know, like, with all the past few albums, you know, Mighty Death Pop, everyone's like, oh, this one's gonna be wicked as fuck. And then people are like, okay, The Marvelous Missing Link. And people, you know, a lot of people just aren't feeling it. And I thought The Missing Link Lost was, you know, I thought it had some pretty fucking dark songs on there. But like the one song that I thought was the darkest was on Found, and that is Lost at the Carnival. I guess they didn't want to put it on Lost, you know, because the song title being Lost at the Carnival, I guess they didn't want to, thought maybe it would clash or something. I don't know, but I feel like that was like one of the best things that they have done, you know, in years. Like that is a classic, even though it's only a few years old to me.
I think CPN kind of said it best, where you had the outtakes of Lost and Found. There was a couple of songs on there that should have been on the main album. And we'll never know why they weren't put on there. There was that song about the dream, and then there was Joey's Butcher Shop.
I'll tell you exactly why it wasn't put on there. They weren't put on there because they're like, yo, if we take some tracks from both of these albums, we can make an outtakes. We can turn this into a trilogy.
Yeah, maybe they did that.
You know, I mean, they always have. When Bang Pow Boom came out, what did they do? They did it in 3 different colors with 2 songs extra on each different color. And then the next year they released the Nuclear Edition, where they just put all those songs on there, you know? So, I mean, ICP's definitely got marketing tactics. Mighty Death Pop, once again, we got 3 different bonus albums. So
Yeah.
I feel like that was just kind of like their way of like extra marketing. But I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong. They could really have been some shit that was just laying around that they're thinking maybe they could throw on like a Forgotten Freshness or something like that. And then they're like, you know what, why don't we just do a Missing Links outtakes? So I mean, there's a lot of possibilities of how that came to be and like why they weren't on either of the albums. But
Yeah, I could see that.
talking about, you know, Missing Link, it's fucking hilarious because, you know, right before we jumped on to do this interview, I was listening to Behind the Paint, the audiobook.
Oh, okay.
And I'm currently on chapter 19. And in the chapter, he's talking about Samantha.
Oh, yeah.
And like you were talking about Young Wicked a minute ago, it just reminded me of that. But it's fucking hilarious because, you know, this is around the time that Young Wicked is knocking up Samantha, and there he is sitting behind the keyboards as Jay's talking about Samantha. Meanwhile, he's knocking her up. Anyways, completely off subject. So, do you plan on going to any shows this year?
I don't know if I told you. I'm already officially going to DCG. I got the room booked, I got the tickets, and now we're just waiting.
So, ninjas out there listening, you heard it here first on Interview with the Juggalo, PANIK17. There's a few people going.
I know CPN is going. I know Crazy McCormick is going. I know a few of the guys are going. I don't know who all wants it out there, but...
All that will be later announced. But yeah, like we'll eventually have a video put out that shows everyone who's going from CarnivalSpirits. But as of right now, PANIK17 is officially going. And I have one question for you. Are you yourself going to enter in the backyard wrestling tournament?
Yeah, I don't know how good I'm gonna do. It's been a long time since I've played that, but...
I mean, think about it. There's probably ninjas that's seen our flyer and like read about it on the website and are like, oh shit, I gotta bust that game out. I gotta start practicing.
I mean, I used to have it. I don't know what happened to it.
I have it too, and I'm kind of fucking pissed off because like, all right, like a couple weeks ago, I had bought a PS3. And whenever I bought it, I'm like, is this one of the ones that's compatible with PS2 games? And they had told me it was, but it's not. So I'm kind of fucking pissed about that because, you know, they did a few different generations and some of them were compatible with the PS2, some of them weren't. I somehow got the bone and ended up with one that isn't compatible. But yeah, 'cause best believe I was gonna fucking throw that bitch in and start practicing. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going at this current point in time. I'll be 100% with everyone. I don't know if I'm able to go. I just had a baby less than a year ago, you know.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know. I'm hoping to be able to go.
Yeah, man, hopefully.
Yeah, you know, it'd be dope to fucking meet you. Speaking of dope, for those of you who don't know, me and Panic are also, we have like a little musical thing we kind of do called Dopamine. I say kind of do because, you know, we put out one song. We have another one, you know, we have another one in the works. And like, you know, it's just something fresh that we do for fun. It's for our fucking, it's for us. I'd say, I can comfortably say that, you know, it's more so for us than anyone else. But
yeah, I don't know how, well, I mean, I do know of one person that bumps it. There's a homie Immortality that hits me up. He's like, hey man, I like y'all shit, so I don't know how often he bumps it, but I know he's told me that he enjoys it.
That's fucking dope, man. Like, for real. Yeah, that's dope. It's like I haven't even listened to the song we did in a while. It's been a minute. If I have the chance, I would like to go back and redo my vocals. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's good for.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I think we're both.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, we're both on the same page there. You know, like we put it out there, you know, for CarnivalSpirits, Ninjas in Action Volume 1, and really it was just to do it, you know, just to test ourselves and see if we could do it, and we did it. I thought the song turned out dope. There's another one in the works. It's called Creeper, and it's gonna be Dopamine featuring Just Insane and possibly Beastmaster. So that'll be on Ninjas in Action Volume 2, which is in the works and coming along pretty nicely, actually. Originally, the track was going to feature Insane Poetry. But situations being as they are, he's no longer going to be on that track. Much love and respect to Insane Poetry though, because he is still gonna have something on the Ninjas in Action mixtape. I'm not gonna say what, but there will still be an appearance from him on the mixtape. So, you know, much love to him. He's actually coming out of like a bad situation, and you know, I'll put it out there because he's already put it out there himself. He's made it known that he's a recovering alcoholic. And so, you know, when you're just in that state of mind, things kind of tend to slip through the cracks, we'll say. And you know, trying to get him on the same page with us, it was really hard. But he's good, sober now, and you know, I wish him the best of luck on his journey, you know, staying sober. And really down to earth dude, for real. But
But yeah, definitely, like I said, I would like to do that song. The first one was recorded off of a phone, so obviously the audio was weird. Now that I got a better mic, it'll sound better.
we definitely, me and you need to talk about music. Get this Creeper song done, and then after we get that done, you know, we can go from there. I'd be down to, like, you know, do at least like 3-4 more songs, you know what I mean, throw something together.
Yeah.
But, you know, once again, when it comes to this song, I'm kind of the one slacking at this point, because you turned something in. you already dropped a verse. Just Insane has dropped a verse. I need to jump in and do mine, which I got it all written out. I sent it to you. I sent the lyrics to you.
Yeah.
But be on the lookout, you guys. It's gonna be fucking fresh, and it's fun. Fucking, you know, I had fun writing the lyrics. I'm gonna have fun recording them. But
yeah, it's definitely gonna be dope to hear the finished product.
Oh yeah, especially, you know, seeing how long this song has been in the works.
I can't wait to hear what it's gonna sound like now with the better mic.
Oh, for real? I know what you're talking about, man. Some of the first few things I ever recorded, like, I'm sitting in a fucking closet, you know what I mean, with the mic, like with the phone, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna record these for dummy vocals, you know what I mean? And whenever I used to do half-hour stoner power, which, I mean, that's still technically a thing, it's just on hiatus as always. But whenever we originally started doing music, all of our shit was recorded with a Rock Band mic. So,
oh shit.
Yeah, like we took the USB Rock Band mic and plugged it in to fucking GarageBand, and that's how we recorded our vocals.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like the quality was all fucked up. Like it was, you know what I mean? Like it worked for that, for what it was for us, you know, it was a learning experience, definitely.
Right.
But I mean, like even Ouija's, his fucking Trash Fire EP that he put out last year, that was apparently recorded using like iPod headphones, that he took the iPod headphones and, you know, wrapped like some socks around the microphone on there. Apparently that's how he recorded the vocals on that album.
How does it sound?
It doesn't sound bad. It doesn't, I mean, you know. But he made the statement that that's the reason that he named it Trash Fire.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because, you know, like he just was winging it with that. But I mean, it turned out all right. I mean, honestly, like, a lot of it has to do with the mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the finishing, yeah.
And like, I'll be honest, like, I don't know how to mix shit, you know? Like, it gets really intricate, you know, when it comes to mixing. I know, like, my cousin, he's gone to school for it, and like, he was showing me a couple things, and I'm just like, you know, holy fucking shit, there's a huge difference there from when he first, like, had started working on a song. But,
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, you know. So, go ahead and wrap this up. You got any last words? Anything you want to say? Shout outs?
I guess I wouldn't be here without CarnivalSpirits. I mean, even though whatever, there's not too much people waiting for this exactly, which is all good. I'm not tripping, but without Carnival Spirits, there's a lot of shit I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't still be on YouTube. I probably wouldn't have went to the gallery. So yeah, just appreciative of the Carnival Spirits crew in general.
Well, hell yeah, man. Like, we love having you on the channel, you know, like, and I feel the same as you, man. If I wasn't part of Carnival Spirits, I don't think I'd be doing what I'm doing right now as well. And, you know, I've been doing Carnival Spirits since the very beginning, and, you know, a lot of times I feel like I don't get that recognition, but it's all good because everything I do is for the group. So all the love that we receive, you know what I mean? I love it. I love it. You know, I don't care that people, you know, don't single me out. It's all good. You know, I joined Carnival Spirits to be part of a group, and you're part of the group along with me, TJ, everyone else. You know, and like, hell, I mean, we wouldn't be friends if it wasn't for Carnival Spirits. So there'd be no dopamine.
Yeah.
But yeah, there definitely would be no dopamine without Carnival Spirits. So shout out to that motherfucker Obi-Wan the Nomi, who wasn't even around yet, but I mean, he kind of was. His spirit was around, you know.
So I know you're interviewing me, but a lot of your other music is, how is doing dopamine different for you?
Oh, it was mad different because, you know, this is the first time that I was working with someone, you know, strictly online. I mean, I'd worked with Politicize in the past for a tape that we put out like years ago. But other than that, I mean, I'd never worked with anyone else like online when it comes to like collaborations. And when it came to like China Eye Guys, that's what we were called back in the day. I'm for those that are watching this don't know, I'm part of a group. It's called Dragon Eye Guys. It was originally called China Eye Guys. Name was changed because my homie thought it might, you know, come off. Some people might take it the wrong way. But when we would record that shit, it was all at my homie's house and on the spot. A lot of the stuff that we put out was on the spot. I mostly just did choruses and a verse here and there, but for the most part, like I'm more like a Flava Flav, if you will, or you know, or like Sean Dog. Is that his fucking name? I want to say that's his name. The dude from fucking Cypress Hill. Sin Dog. There you go. I'm like, I fucking know his name. I know it starts with an S. But you know, I'm more. I feel like I'm more that guy. You know what I mean? And like doing a song with you, like I got to write out a verse and sit on it. You know what I mean? Tweak it a bit, and then you know what I mean? Like it was a different writing process, definitely.
Have you done anything? I mean, because I wasn't sure. I haven't heard everything you did, but you never really done anything that dark, had you, or you have? No. I honestly haven't. That was the first wicked rhyme I had written and spit. When it comes to China Eye Guys, or Dragon Eye Guys, whatever, that's all weed smoking music. You know, that's more like a comedy version of Cottonmouth Kings. Yeah. And then I'm part of Drank Mix, but you know, there is one song with Drank Mix that I spit that could be taken as a wicked shit. I actually didn't even write it. My homie wrote that song. When it comes to Drink Mix, my homie does most of the writing. Oh, okay.
So, you know, a lot of the lyrics he wrote, and then I do the beats, he does the lyrics. And then if he wants me to spit something, I'll spit whatever he wants me to spit. Or every once in a while, I'll get a verse in, you know, that I actually wrote.
Right.
So it was mad different, you know. Like Drink Mix, it's more political shit. You better recognize your diet is filled with lies. One sip of this drink mix, you open your eyes and realize in unison all the peasant cries worldwide. Rich folk try to motherfucking blindside. Your human right to decide has been denied. Work a minimum wage, but you can't provide. Though on the upside, there's a whole lot of us here on the west side where the gang reside. Gotta get your piece strapped, motherfucker, let's ride. Y'all ain't wanna be food deprived. You know, it's more political.
Right.
In China Eye Guys, I be passing blunts with the Irkin Empire. Getting hella faded, bro. Pass me a lighter. You know, it's weed shit. Whereas with dopamine, I feel like it's paying homage to the shit that, you know, really helped create me as a person. So it's way different, and I enjoy doing it. I want to do more of it. You know, I enjoy writing wicked raps. So, I mean, I could probably pull up the lyrics that I wrote for our song. Like, just give these guys a preview real quick before we get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna state them. I'm not gonna try and spit them really. You know, dopamine lyrics are more like, I like to view murder as a form of art. You can be a killer, but still have a heart. Slit of the wrist and put it to the canvas. Dark web streaming, because there's a high demand for this. Even though most people don't understand it, the FBI has an eye on me, but that's fine by me. Always stay at least 2 steps ahead. By the time they find the first head, another victim is already dead in a pool of red. You know, it's more, the shit with dopamine's darker, and I love it.
Yeah. Probably my fault, yeah. Because, like, I mean, a lot of people don't know. I was going to try and write something for year 420, but I just couldn't do it. I was like, I got to be in a good mood, and at that time, I was in a bad, dark mood, and I couldn't do it.
Well, you know, like, I got a lot of fucked up shit going on my way right now. I'm not gonna lie, and writing that verse definitely helped. You know, like, I wrote that verse while I was on a walk, and I threw on the beat, and I was like, all right, I got this. Literally, I wrote my verse in, I want to say, like a half hour. Like, it all came to me all at once. And a lot of the times whenever I write, that's how it works for me. Like, I could have a beat for like a year or two and, you know, have absolutely no idea what the fuck to say. And then it'll just, like, you know, all at once, bang, I know exactly what I'm gonna say.
And that's the thing that I kind of had trouble with was I write my shit and then try to make it fit to the beat, and that beat was a little different, like, than what I liked. So I had to keep going over and going over and going over. But it's good to have competition, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
So I kind of liked that it wasn't my style.
Oh, I feel it. I definitely feel it. That's how my homie does all his shit. Like, he writes all of his stuff, and then I'll fucking show up to his house, or like I'll start fucking emailing him beats, and he'll have like an archive of beats, and he'll just go through them and like start spitting his different raps that he has, and you're like, wait a minute, I think I can make this one work. So, like, you know, I understand where you're coming from, like writing something out and then trying to put it to a beat after it's already been written out. Like, it can be hard sometimes.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't like to chop, because I can't, but my style is a little bit more faster. Like, it's harder for me to slow it down.
Yeah, which I like doing fast rapping as well. I have a lot of trouble with it sometimes. You know, I tend to stumble my words and shit, but like, for me, it's almost like therapy. You know what I mean? Just trying to master it.
Yeah.
And I enjoy doing it, so. But, all right, you guys, it's Cali Green Too Fresh, PANIK17.
Appreciate you having me on. I think this is my first interview I've ever done.
Oh, shit, well.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm very honored to be your first interview.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. You know, we be those ninjas in action. This is the year of the gnome motherfuckers. Be on the lookout. Last week was Goat Boy on Interview with the Juggalo. This week was PANIK17. Who's gonna be next week? I'll let y'all decide in the comments. Drop who you want me to interview, and who do you want me to interview that's not CarnivalSpirits crew member? Comment below. It's been fun. We out of here, y'all. Whoop whoop.